Hi, I'm Brenton Schellenbach, and we're going to be talking about headstands today. To catch anyone up who may not have read the article, I'm just going to go ahead and post the Elephant Journal article I wrote down in the description so we can all get on the same page and I don't have to reiterate myself. So, hi. Yes, we're going to talk about how to pop into your mid-room headstand. Pop in, whatever. We're going to talk about getting into our mid-room headstand. And just like any other pose, we work moment by moment. We stop when we need to stop. We take care of ourselves. And the other word you're going to hear me say a lot in this video is the word re-engage. Re-engage, re-engage, re-engage. Because more than any other pose, if we're not constantly checking in, then it's going to be over before it starts. We're going to get thrown out of it so quickly. So I'm going to go back here to my mat. I'm going to let you know what's going on in my body as I'm sort of working through things because I think sometimes it's helpful to have that visual aid. And if that's not helpful, turn this video off right now and just go have an ice cream sandwich made out of almond milk. So here we go. We're going to start from dolphin pose. If you don't have a dolphin pose in your practice, that is only where you work. Awesome. Done. We are done with headstand for today. If you have a pretty substantial dolphin pose where you're going to lower the forearms down to the earth, elbows are going to be not wider than outer shoulder width distance apart, you know what that means. No cheating. They do not come out wider than shoulder width distance apart. That's crucial. Interlock the fingers. And you'll already notice that just by where the heart is sort of placed here, it's placed kind of back, there's more weight in the elbow line. We need to equalize the weight placement between the hands, center of the forearms, and the elbows. So you're going to rock the heart forward slightly and ground this down. Now, what does this do for us as we ground down into the earth? First of all, it makes sure that the upper arm bone is really stable. The elbow moves away from the upper arm, and it engages the tricep line for us. So if you don't know if your triceps are engaged, please check them out now. And by God, feel your body all of the time, every day. Make sure you're engaged where you're supposed to be engaged. So we root it down. Triceps are the shoulder's best friends. Headstand is a tricep pose. It really is. So we're going to root down, root down. We are going to tuck the toes under, and we're not throwing ourselves up into dolphin. We're engaging up into dolphin. So root down through the forearms. We hover the knees up off the earth. Breathe into the inner thigh line. We're going to now root down through the forearms. Watch my heart lift up and away from the earth. I'm going to press my heart back, my hips high, and then press through the ball mounts of my feet to traction my leg bones, play the edge of them just straight, just the edge of them. So the low ribs pull in. I root down through my foundation, so through those forearms, re-engage. And then I'm going to root the heels down by engaging my quadriceps to the femur bone, upper thigh bone. Work here. Or, if you're ready, lock the feet in. This will bring the shoulders to stack more over the elbows. This is insane. This is so difficult. I want to get out of this now. I'm not going to, though. I'm going to use my discipline. So press down through the forearms, traction that length from the elbows to the upper arms, and then I'm going to walk my feet in until I can snuggle. Just snuggle. That's it. And I have little to no weight in my head here. Now, this is the thing. Once we get the head down, tendencies to completely collapse the forearms. Root the forearms down, shoulder blades up and together. Walk in. One knee in. Now what I'm doing, I'm on the tiptoes. This is in this leg on the floor. Eventually, I don't want it here, yeah? So press down through the forearms. I'm going to rock the weight up to the top of my tiptoe, and once my pelvis comes to stack over my shoulders, that foot just peels up off the earth. Check it out. Knees into the chest. Now we're in the ball. I'm going to come down. So now we're in the ball. Whew! Jesus. You know, it's really hard to demonstrate and talk at the same time because you don't got that breath going. So I popped out of it. That's where you work. You pull one knee into the body. You rock the pelvis forward over the shoulders because that's counterbalance here. We got to counterbalance it someplace. And that pelvis is the densest part of our body. So we got to do something with it. We got to support it. Yeah, so that's what the rocking the weight onto the tiptoe of that back foot is. Once the pelvis stacks, that back foot just frickin' floats. It just pops right up off the earth. That's when you pull both knees into the chest. Pulling both knees into the chest, super important because it's going to keep the pelvis neutral in relationship to the spine. So when you decide to pop up from there, and what do? Every time we do something, we change our shape a little bit, we re-engage, root it all down. You're going to take one leg up at a time, and it is slow. It is slow. One leg up at a time is slow. You do one leg up at a time to keep the pelvis neutral in the body, and once you pop up into headstand, there's not a lot going on. You re-engage, that's why I call it a tricep pose, because triceps are really the ones that are just like, whoa! Of course, we have some stuff going on in the upper back. We got the traps, we got the rhomboids, they're all gluing things together, making us really supported up there. But we need to start thinking about this as triceps first, because that is what's closest to the earth. That's our foundational point. Once we get up there, it's not that much core engagement. So, I mean, it's not any more than Tadasana. You got a little transverse, you got some QL in the back, and it's not insane in the inner thighs either. It's not like a really fierce Utkatasana chair pose. So that should be good news for a lot of us. It's mostly just stacking the bones and letting gravity and the properties of physics do the rest of the work for us. All we have to worry about is engaging from the foundation, breathing with our soft breath, accepting with our soft eyes, and then our headstand comes to us. So if this is helpful, that's awesome. If it's not helpful or could be more helpful, please contact me and we can figure something out, because I love talking about this and I love talking about how things make sense in my body versus making sense in other people's body. If you want to learn how to pike up to headstands, that's also very similar. And just for pikers, if you're ready for that, I'll just pop into it really quick. So you gotta re-engage here. You gotta re-engage. Gonna walk it in. Gonna soften the head down. Little to no weight in it. I'm gonna take my big toes together. Still, I'm coming up onto the big toes. Coming up onto the big toes, weight of the pelvis shifts over the shoulders, and then here I go. I can pike all the way up. And you're going to go moment by moment by moment by moment, and I'm not going to do all of this right now. But it's the same exact thing that we were just looking at with pulling one knee into the belly. That is all I have. That is all I have for you. And just take 6 minutes. 6 minutes right now. Take 6 minutes. Awesome. Have a good day, you guys.